Hey guys, my name is Jay Lehman. I'm a local realtor here in Champaign-Urbana. I'm also an investor. See, I actually invest in rental property, single family, small multifamily, large apartment complexes, mobile home storages, you name it. I've done it. And I've helped clients actually acquire the same thing. And I help new investors from coast to coast, whether it's Hawaii, Florida, Texas, or people right here locally or people out of Chicago, invest in Champaign-Urbana. And the three mistakes I see some of these investors make, especially new investors, is number one, trying to hit a home run on your very first investment. Whether that's a big, heavy flip, where you've got to rehab a bunch of different things, or it's a heavy value-add multifamily property. We've got to get tenants out and fix up the units, and it's not going to be cash flowing for maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, maybe a year or two. That usually discourages people, and they're so discouraged that they've spent more money than they thought they were going to spend, and the real estate investment's not going like they thought it would, that what ends up happening is they give up on real estate. Listen, the best thing to do in real estate is to get into a property that's more turnkey, that even if you break even on through the 4 ways you make money in real estate, which is cash flow, appreciation, loan pay down, and of course tax benefits. Even if you just break even on these, I'm telling you right now, you will feel like you've been a success in real estate. Because listen, the first one you learn, the second, third, and fourth real estate property you earn. You just don't want to burn on the first one. And you will burn if you try to bite off more than you can chew and get a heavy value add property.
In mistake number 2, those people that are trying to hit a home run are looking for a fixer-upper. So number 2 is people look for a fixer-upper for their first property. And I can tell you this right now, that is a big mistake. Just ask me how I know. You want to know? My first flip I ever did, I thought I found this great home run deal that was a fixer-upper. And long story short, I didn't know how to bid how much it was to fix it up. I didn't know how to do the ARV, the after repair value of the property. What's it actually going to be worth when it's fixed up based on comparable sales? What is a contractor actually going to do? Who are they going to hire for subcontractors? What's the paperwork that I need? How do I make sure the contractor is actually a good dude? I'll save you the horror story, but I lost $40,000 doing that. So trust me when I say that people, me, can lose tens of thousands of dollars when it comes to real estate investing when you try to, 1, hit a home run, and number 2, try to buy a fixer-upper first. I believe fixer-uppers are a great way to build value and get some cash in real estate. But the reality is you really shouldn't start with a fixer-upper. I've just seen too many first-time investors and even out-of-state investors lose their shirt and more when it comes to fixer-uppers.
The third mistake I made is I tried to do too much to the property. Well, when I did too much to the property, what I mean by that, I added a whole extra room onto the property, meaning I took a porch and tried to finish out that porch and make it extra room to add square footage. I didn't realize you actually had to run heat to that to make it extra square footage. That's how silly I was, or air conditioning, or electrical. I just thought I'd put walls up and say it's finished square footage. Guys, you can't do that. Then I realized we haven't run electrical, we haven't run HVAC, we haven't even got the plumbing all set up. This is a disaster. Well, long story short is I try to go to list this property and the work is so bad on this property that I can't do anything to get it sold. I have the price a certain amount and I'm just gonna break even. Nobody will buy it. The carpet's not laid right. There's a crack in the countertop that's not fixed. The cabinets are old. There's mold in the bathroom we have to get fixed. The new addition doesn't have the proper plumbing, doesn't have the proper heat or anything. Guys, this was an unmitigated disaster. At the end of the day, I had to fire my contractor, get new contractors in there, get the mold cleaned up, get everything fixed up. And what ended up happening was this. I lost $40,000 and I was happy to be done with it. I was happy to be done with this property. Long story short, don't do what I did. I swung for the fences, I hired the wrong contractor, I had no idea what the expenses were, I tried to do too much to the property, and I ended up losing $40,000. And I didn't want to cry. I actually did cry. So don't make the mistake I made. The mistake I made was I tried to make a bunch of money in one property. And because of that, I cut a lot of corners and I paid dearly for it. Now, I was able to recover from that, but I don't want you to go through that pain. So tell me about some of the properties that you've done and you've had the mistakes that you've had. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let's go.